We're going to talk about the natural logarithm. If the base of a logarithmic function is e, so we got base e, then we have the natural logarithm function. This function occurs so frequently in applications and is given its own special symbol, so the symbol is ln. We're going to do two different examples of applications of natural logarithms. First example, the formula d equals 5e to the negative 0.4h can be used to find the number of milligrams d of a certain drug that is in a patient's bloodstream 8 hours after the drug was administered. When the number of milligrams reaches 2, the drug is to be administered again. What is the time between injections? So step 1, what are we looking for? We're looking for time. Step 2 is to give time a variable, which is h, because it's told us in the problem above. Step 3 is to translate the words into mathematical statements. We have d equals 5e to the negative 0.4h. Formula was given to us, and we know that we want when d is equal to 2 because we want when the number of milligrams reaches 2. So we're going to substitute 2 into the formula, and we're going to get 2 equals 5e to the negative 0.4h. So we're going to do step 4 now. We're going to solve. So we want to get e by itself, so we want to get h by itself, but we're going to get this whole thing by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 5, so we're going to get 0.4 equals e to the negative 0.4h. And now we're going to take the natural log of both sides. We'll get natural log of 0.4 equals natural log of e to the negative 0.4h, which is just going to be negative 0.4h because the natural log and e cancel out. So now we want to get h by itself. We're going to divide both sides by negative 0.4, so we're going to have 1 over 0.4, it's going to be negative, times the natural log of 0.4 equals h. And when we do this in the calculator, we get approximately 2.29. So the time between injections is approximately 2.29 hours. And this makes sense with the problem. Now example 2, we're going to a model for the number n of people at SFA who have heard a certain rumor is n equals p times 1 minus e to the negative 0.15d, where p is the total population of the community and d is the number of days that have elapsed since the rumor began. Let's say SFA has 10,000 students. How many days will elapse before half the students have heard the rumor? So let's start off. What are we looking for? Step 1 is we're looking for days have elapsed. Step 2 is to assign a variable, which we already know is d by the problem above. And step 3 is to translate the words into mathematical statements. We know the formula is n equals p times 1 minus e to the negative 0.15d. And we know that we have p is 10,000 and n is half of 10,000. Which is 5,000. And now we're going to plug these into our formula. So we're going to get 5,000 equals 10,000 times 1 minus e to the negative 0.15d. And now we're going to solve for d. So first thing, let's get rid of this 10,000. We're going to divide both sides by 10,000. We're going to get 0.5 equals 1 minus e to the negative 0.15d. And now we want to get rid of this 1, so we're going to get 1 minus 0.5 equals e to the negative 0.15d. And now we can take the natural log of both sides, so we'll have the natural log of 0.5, because 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5, equals negative 0.15d, because the natural log and e cancel. And then we're going to get d by itself. We're going to divide both sides by negative 0.15, so we're going to get negative 1 over 0.15 times natural log of 0.5 equals d. And when put into the calculator, it gives us approximately 4.621. So there's approximately 0.4621 days have elapsed before 5,000 students have heard the rumor. And this makes sense with the problem above.